Hi, I'm Julia from Crafters Companion. Today we're going to make this gorgeous card with our subs box number 14, which has loads of stencils in it for us to try lots and lots of nice techniques. So first of all, we're going to take our hexagonal honeycomb kind of stencil, and I've got a little piece of card, and we only want to put it onto half of the card. So I'm going to line it up, and today I'm going to use, I would normally use kind of stencil tape, and I couldn't find mine this time, so today I'm just going to use some of our Crafters Companion low tack tape. If you're struggling to line it up, it's always a handy tip to use the grids on your glass mat, because I struggle. So it should be fairly straight once that gets on there. So I just want to make sure that we've got it stuck to the card and stuck onto the stencil to stop things moving around when we're doing our colouring. A little bit more at the top there, just to stop it moving. Just like so. If you don't tape your stencil down, there's a chance that you could move it and break it. So it's just a bit of added safety there. Now I've got my Spectrum Noir round sponge dauber, and I'm going to use, the colours today are Parakeet and Crushed Velvet, and we're just going to go in randomly. I like to squidge mine on the mat, it's just force of habit, and pop that colour down. Not too thick. Use a different mat sponge for the other colour. And they're really nice, these inks. They're nice and juicy. They go beautifully together. They blend really well. You don't want too much colour on it. Depends how you want it to look. If you want it nice and muted, or whether you want to go for a really popping colour statement. Yeah, that's a bit better. So those colours have blended in beautifully together. I'll put that to one side, and then when we lift off our stencil tape, nice and gently, yeah, that's worked a treat. So that's another good use for your low tack tape. And can you see there? We now have a nice line where that was. But what I want to do is pop the stencil back onto it. Don't have to be too precise. That's it. Go back in with my piece of tape just to keep it secured down. And now I've got a fine liner pen. This is number 01. The 05 was a little bit too fine for me. And if your stencil squidges out, just lift it up like so. Move your card to where you need it to be. That's it. Perfect. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to use that pen to go around the stencil like so. Don't forget that you don't need to go the full way around where we aren't going to be seeing that bit, because that bit's actually going to be covered over. But within the stencil itself, in each honeycomb shape. It has sort of a torn edge look to it, so you can be fairly quick with it and you don't have to be too precise. And keep going down like so. This is just going to help to make those honeycomb sections really pop off your card. It's looking good. Before you take your stencil off though, just make sure you haven't missed any little important bits like these little diamond shaped pieces at the side. That's it, I think. Just give it a lift. So we can see there that we've caught all the little bits. That's great. So we can take that away now. And the next thing we're going to do is with the stamp set that you get, there are lots of little flowers on it. I really like this little trio flower here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our little 4-inch stamp platform, and once again, obviously you would keep your stencil on, but I just want to show you how it looks. So actually when you're taking it off, each time it might be slightly offset, which gives it a good look as well. Just going to pop a little tape on the bottom there. So back to our colours of Harmony ink pads, and I'm just going to pop it down and squidge. You can do first and second generation. Oops, don't do that. So I'll do first, second, and then the purple as well. I don't want to cover all of it, just want a hint of them in the background. I think that'll do for now. And what it's done is avoided the little bits where the stencil was on the outside. So it's as if you're looking through a window or something similar to that. So that's that part done. We'll pop that to one side, and I'll just get a little wipe just to get that mat clean. So I've got another little piece of card here, and this time we're going to use this beautiful butterfly from the set and make an embellishment to go on the card. So I'm just going to take that off there, pop the butterfly onto the stamp, and again with the same two colours, I'm going to go with the purpley colour on the outside, and because these ink pads have a rounded end, sort of the oval shape, you have got more definition to get into cracks and creases and corners and whatnot. So, and then going in with your blue parakeet over the top, and when the two colours blend together it looks really nice as well. So go over the top and press down. You can use your stamping mat here, so that's really pretty. Now what I'll do with this, I'll use my scissors and I'm just going to fussy cut around the butterfly, leaving a tiny white gap around the edge, which just helps it pop a little bit more. Now I know a lot of people don't like to cut the, I nearly said antlers, the antenna off butterflies, and normally I can't be bothered with the antenna on butterflies, but this really is a gorgeous butterfly, so I think I'm going to try. Oh, there, that's not too bad. In fact, I'm rather pleased with that. He's a nice, easy butterfly to cut out. All the way around. And that's your butterfly embellishment done. So you can stick him to one side as well. And then we've got our base card here, which is going to be a 10-fold card, and it measures 5.5 by 4.25, and your mat's great for helping you with things like that. So we've just got some ordinary mat and lace here, it's a bit of black cardstock to help to make it pop. Black always helps things to stand out. So a little bit of our all-purpose glue. This is one of the gorgeous purple papers that are in your kit. Mat it down. And then the piece that you've coloured goes over top of that. That's just on watercolour card. And then I've just done a little piece of black card here and matted it into a border strip, so that bit's just going to stick down there. And at least if you don't get it straight, you can squidge it into place, and then you can just go over those very edges where it might be a little bit rough looking and straighten it up. That's it. Nobody would be any the wiser if you'd made any mistakes. And then from our sheet of sentiments, I'm going to take the Keep Smiling. That's a nice one, and these are die cut, so you just need to pop them out, and if there are any little pips on, you can either cut them off, or I usually keep a nail file in my craft bag and just sand it down slightly. And you can always use your sponge dauber. It still has a little bit of colour on, just to flick onto the edges like so, and that's going to colour match that tag into your card. And then I've made another little tag here, so we're going to stick our butterfly on, give him a, this is the one I did earlier, so it'll be dry. I'm just going to use this one. Glob of 3D glue on the back, and position him down, and then some onto the back of your tag. And you're just going to position them into where you would like them. And the idea is that the butterfly's wings stood up, or you can turn them, you can twist them around a bit, see which way you want them to be. I like that way. And then that's your card all ready, not quite glued down, but all ready to give to someone.